Hello everyone. Today video is about some extra PhD scholarship at University Federico-II, Napoli, Italy, and the 41 cycle that was started last year in 2025. They still have some extra scholarship and they are searching for candidates to fulfill these PhD scholarship. So again, as I told you many times that it is not important whether you are applying for extra scholarship or you are applying during the normal cycle. It is important for you to win a PhD scholarship. So this is the call Bando 41 Ciclo 41 cycle, and here you will see two files. One is Bando di Concorso, that's mean a scholarship announcement, that it is in Italian, you can translate in English, but I will tell you the main points. And here you can see that they have mentioned that the course-wise details are given in Allegato A, that means in attachment A. So here we also have Allegato A, which is attachment, so we can also open this file. And here you will see the detail of each course. For example, the first course is in archaeology and art history and number of position is 1. Then the second course is in computational intelligence, again number of scholarship is 1. The third course is in information and communication technology for health and the number of positions is 3. And then next course is in Ingegneria di Prodotti e dai Processi Industriali, that's mean products engineering and industrial processing, and here the scholarship is 3. So in this way you can read this file and you will find all the PhD program available for this extra call. So one more thing that you have to check, that they have also mentioned the abstract of the project. So this is the most important information that you have to read, because you have to prepare your research proposal and you have to prepare your research proposal according to this given abstract, because they have mentioned all the abstract and project for each program. So this is for this program. For each program they have mentioned a separate information, and they also have mentioned the department for this course and the coordinator, the website, and they have mentioned the criteria of selection. What is the criteria? Criteria is titoli, that means the documents that you will submit with the application. A prova orale, that means oral interview that they will conduct after the evaluation of your documents. And they mention, so I mistakenly clicked on the link. They have mentioned the date in which they will conduct the interview from 14 April at 12 o'clock, and so the interview date, the 20 April 2026. So you should save this link, because later you have to check your evaluation on these links. So similarly for each course they have mentioned the necessary detail that you should read before starting your application. Now we come back to our main announcement cycle, and here they have mentioned the requirements, generic requirement, and then the application process. So the last date is to apply is 8 April 2026, 13 Italian time. And one important thing, that there is a fees of €50 if you want to apply at this university for these extra scholarships. So these are the application process, and to apply online we have to use this Pika platform. So we can open it and later we will see how to apply. Then they have mentioned the documents requirement and the academic requirements. They have mentioned if candidates have done their bachelor master degree from Italy, they have mentioned the requirement. Similarly, they have mentioned the requirements if you will graduate in future from Italy. They have a different requirement. Similarly, for the students that have already done their master degree from foreign country, they have mentioned that you should have a certificate of your bachelor master degree, then thesis de laurea, that means your thesis, then other documents that you should have, and then your CV and other documents like your letter of motivation and the recommendation letter and other documents like your publication that you have. And similarly, if you are going to graduate in the future, then there are different requirements. So these are the requirements that they have mentioned. Then they have mentioned the criteria of evaluation, and these are the generic criteria. They have mentioned the number of points for each document and for the oral interview. So they have mentioned that if you get because for the documents they have dedicated 70 points, and you should get at least 42 out of 70 points. That means you should get 60% marks to qualify for the interview. So for each documents they have mentioned the points. For example, 30 points for the documents, and then 22 points for your academic equivalence, the CFU that you have obtained. So similarly, you can read all these details before starting your application, and it will help you to prepare your application better. I already made a separate video at the start of this year, and in that video I explained how you should read the PhD call before starting your application, and you will find the link of that video in the video description, so you can follow that video to read the application call or the announcement. This is the most important step before starting your application. So after reading everything, we can now start our application. And remember, the application has to be started from March 16. So I waited a few days because the call was published a few days before. So we cannot start our application before the 16th March. So I waited a few days, and now today is 16 March, and we can start our application. So to start our application, we have to open this Pika link, and here you have to check for the call for the PhD courses. So as you can see that here they have mentioned Bando, that's mean 41 cycle, Chiklo 41 cycle, and as you can see that the deadline is 8 April 2026. So we have to click on this link, and then if you are have already an account, then you can log in on this platform. But if you do not have an account, then you have to create an account. So simply click here on manage your application, and if you have already an account, then simply enter your username and password. And if you want to create an account, then you have to click here on Nuova Registrazione. And first you have to enter your username, so it's depend upon you. You can choose any username. Then you have to enter your email ID, then repeat your email ID, then choose your password by following these rules, and then scroll down, and here you have to enter your name, your surname, your gender, your date of birth. And this is that if you are an Italian citizen. If yes, then click the first option C, which is for yes, otherwise click no. Then this is the Code Fiscale, which is not mandatory for international students, and it is also not a mandatory tab, so also leave it empty. Then the Stato di Nascita, so here you have to write your country where you are born, and then you can write your telephone number and also the mobile phone number, but also these fields are not mandatory, you can leave empty. And then you have to tick these two boxes. So after filling all this data and ticking these boxes, you have to click on Nuova Registrazione, and your account will be created, and you will also receive a confirmation email. So after completing registration, we can start our application. So after completing the registration, enter your username and password and click on login. And then here you will see two tabs. The green tab is to complete your application, and the blue tab is to add your reference letter. Remember, once you complete your application, then you will be able to add your reference letter. Before completing or submitting an application, you will not be able to add your referee information. So first we have to complete our information. So click here on new submission, and here you have to first click on PhD course. All these sections that you have to complete. So we start with the first section. So here first you have to choose your course, and as we checked in the call, different courses are available. So just an example to fill this application form for you, we choose this course, artificial intelligence, or you can choose any other course. I am just filling as an example. Then you have to choose the language for your interview. So if you are not an Italian citizen, then you should choose English language, and if you have expertise in like Spanish or German or French language, then you can also choose any of these languages. So depending upon your language skill or your nationality. So let's say we choose English as an interview language, then click on save and proceed. Okay, so these are some declarations. So simply you have to tick this box. So like first is that you declare that the above data is true, and then the second is that you declare that you have read and understood the information notice. So also tick this box. And then these are also mandatory declaration. First is that you read the selection announcement and you accept all the rules stated in the PhD call. Then that the titles attached to this form have to be uploaded on the terms laid down in the call. So then to have the requirements established in the call. So tick all these three boxes and click on save and proceed. So these are your personal data that already been entered during registration. Then there are some data that you have to enter. Let's say the place of your birth. So simply write your city name. Then your citizenship. So let's say as an example we choose Pakistan. Then this is about your permanent address. So first choose the country of your permanent address. Then choose the city. Let's say we write ISP. Then write your street address or street name, and then your house number. So if you do not have any house number, write 00, and then write your zip code or the zip code of your city. And then if your permanent address and the correspondence address is same, then you do not need to fill this second section. And if both addresses are different, then you can also fill this section. So this is your email ID. So click on save and proceed. Okay, so this is about your admission requirement, about your education. So first choose the title of your education, whether it is degree from Italy or it is a foreign degree. So there are two choices, whether you have completed your degree or you are still completing your education. And also for the foreign, if you have already completed your master degree or you are still completing. So you have to choose your relevant section. If you have completed, then choose third section. If you have done your master degree from a foreign country other than Italy, and if you are still completing and you will complete in future, then choose this option. So we choose this third option. Then you have to write the degree level. So write master, then the country. So let's say we choose Pakistan, but you have to choose accordingly. Then write your university name, and then you have to write the title of your master degree. So simply write the title, let's say math or mathematics or physics, chemistry, depending upon your title. So you have to write the accurate title of your degree. And then you have to write your graduation date or the expected graduation date. So let's say we write 31st December 2025, but if you are expecting to complete in future, then you have to write your expected date. Then you have to write your obtained score and then the total score. And if you have completed your master degree with some honors, then you have to tick this box, otherwise leave it empty. And then there are also some declaration. First is that academic title obtained abroad and utilized as equivalent in Italy. And then the second option is that current dates with foreign academic title and which was not yet declared equivalent to Italy. So this is very important. So if you have any equivalence document from any Italian university, then you can choose first option. It is not much likely that you have this equivalence from any Italian university. So most likely your suitable option is second, that your the PhD evaluation commission will evaluate your documents, and later you have to upload your equivalence document like DOV or SEMIA. And then here you have to upload two documents, your master degree certificate or the OP certificate if you have not completed yet. And then here you have to upload your transcript of record of your master degree, and then you have to click on save and proceed. Okay, so if you have any disability, if you need any assistance during the interview, then you can choose your disability if you have more than 66% disability. So first is that the current date declared to have special assistance. So if you need any special assistance, then tick the first box, and if you do not need any special assistance during interview, then tick the second box and then click on save and proceed. Okay, so here you have to upload your identity document like your passport. And then, okay, so this section is important in a sense that here you can upload all the documents that you think are relevant for your evaluation. For example, you can upload your CV, you can upload your publication, you can upload your experience letter, you can upload your, if you have done any online course, any document that you feel is suitable for your evaluation, you can upload here. So you have to upload documents one by one. So first up, write the description of your document. Let's say you write your experience letter or research letter or anything that you want. You first write description, then choose your file, and then you can click use this green tab and you can add new documents. So in this way you can upload as many documents as you want. And then this is here, first you have to download this file and you have to fill this file. It is self-certification, and then you have to upload this file here. It is also mandatory file. Then here it is about date and your signature, and it is not editable. So let's we try. If we click here on save and back to the dashboard, so it will automatically filled. So as you can see that our application is completed and it is not submitted yet, it is in the draft form. So if you want to make any changes, you can make changes. So if you want to make changes, you have to use this button, modify, edit. And if you think that everything is okay, then you have to click here on the verify, and you will see all the data that you have entered, all the documents. And if everything goes okay, then you can go back and verification will be completed. So click here on the dashboard. Okay, so next you have to make your payment. So for the payment, as I told you that there is an application fees of 50 euros. So click here, and this is about your application fees. And I already made a separate video on how to pay your fees to Italian University using Pagopay platform, and you will find the link of that video in the video description, and you can follow that video to pay your application fees. So once you pay your application fees, you have to as you can see that this green tab is not enabled yet, so it will be enabled once you complete your payment. So once you complete your payment, you have to go here and you will download a file, your application file, and then you have to put your manual signature, and then you have to upload your file again, and then your application will finally be submitted. And once you submit your application, you will be able to add reference letter here. So you can click here, and as you can see that they have mentioned that application is not submitted. So once we submit our application, then we can add our reference letter to so that they can upload your reference letter. So this is all about application process for Federico University. If you have any question, you can write in the comment box. I would also like to communicate that you can also book a session with me for different issues, like if you are facing issue during your application process, or if you want me to review your documents, or you are facing any issue during the payment, or you want to discuss different universities with me. So you can contact me for any of issue that you are facing during your admission process in Italy.